Hi, this is JC from Guitar Center, and with me today I have Nick from Native Instruments. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good, man.
What'd you bring me?
Well, thanks, JC. So it's good to be back here at Guitar Center so soon with another really exciting release. This time I have the new flagship of Traktor, the Control S8, which represents Native Instruments' future of DJing vision, which is to have seamless integration of hardware and software and giving you all of the powerful control over TRAKTOR Pro. It also represents a paradigm shift in digital DJing by removing the jog wheels and adding screens so the DJ can focus on performing and interacting with the crowd versus looking
Reading
at the
your
laptop.
email.
Exactly.
All right. So tell me, these are some beautiful screens.
Actually, they're the same displays that were made really popular on Machine Studio, and we also included the vector waveform from our iOS app, Traktor DJ. I have a couple of different views, so I have a single deck and dual deck view. So for those of you that use 4 decks, this is really the key to the eyes off the laptop approach I was talking about. And the vector waveform is very detailed, so I can get really close into the track and do this right from the controller. On the other side, I can change the BPM of the track by full BPM and even hundredth of a BPM increments. So manually beat matching is still a possibility. Okay. And one of my favorite features is the fact that you can see exactly what the key is when you activate key lock. So I can have 2 songs and key match very easily right on the S8.
Okay, so you don't have to get that other program.
Exactly, it's right there on the screen, clearly labeled, and I'm sure that this is gonna give DJs more possibilities for matching keys.
All right, I also noticed that when you touched on some of these knobs, something happened.
Yeah, so we couldn't cram all of the information that you needed on the displays themselves, so we added 30 capacitive knobs/faders in order to compensate. For example, if I touch this knob right here, you can see that the effects parameters show up on the display in bold, easy to read text. I tweak the effect, and then when I let go, the parameters disappear. And the same goes for the browse knob.
Okay.
And the remix deck control.
So now if you see somebody doing this, they're not always faking. They're actually doing something now.
You can actually tell if they're faking or not because you can look at the screens if you have that great view. I should put that.
All right. And then let's check out the pad section.
The performance pads offer a number of different possibilities depending on which play mode you're in. So you have cue points. Each track can have up to 8 cue points, and the colors will change depending on what type of cue point it is. In loop mode, the top 4 pads are dedicated loop sizes, and the bottom 4 are equal amount of beat jump sizes. Freeze mode is a performance tool that we took directly from Traktor DJ, which chops up a segment of the track in 8 slices. And then when I hit a pad, the playhead will immediately move to the number associated with the slice.
Okay, so then you can basically play your own beats. You can have kick drum here, snare, hat, whatever, some vocals, and then just chop it up and do it your own way.
Yeah, and this was only available on Traktor DJ before, so I'm really excited to see what the pro market does with this.
All right.
Last but not least, we have remix deck controls. And basically a remix deck is 4 slots, each of which can hold up to 16 loop or one-shot samples. Okay. So I could create an original remix live or mix these elements into an already existing track. I could create a mashup, or if I'm a DVS scratch DJ, I could even have all of my scratch samples loaded into a remix deck and just load them up with the press of a button.
Okay.
So each slot has individual volume control as well. And with these knobs up here, I can flip between effect sends, pitch, and filter control.
And then you don't have a platter, but you do have the touch strips.
Yes.
What's going on here?
So this is something that we spent a lot of time really kind of focusing on. And yes, there are no jog wheels. They're not on the side. They're not sold separately. We've removed them all together and replaced them with multi-purpose touch strips. And if there's something that we learned from the 2013 App of the Year, Traktor DJ, is that touch works for digital DJing. There are a lot of horizontal touch movements that make a lot of sense. And furthermore, digital music is created and manipulated in linear form. So to continue to have a circular deck control that took up a massive footprint on the controller no longer made sense for us.
Okay.
So it offers really great feedback on tempo nudging and track position. And believe me when I say this, the possibilities for future expansion with touch strips far surpasses that of the jog wheel.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about your mixer.
So I like to call this a club grade mixer. And what I mean by that is it's, first of all, the industrial design is very solid. So metal faceplate, the knobs and the buttons are very sturdy, and we even custom design our own faders from scratch to ensure that they're the highest quality. Not only that, on the back, we have balanced XLR and RCA main outs, TRS booth out. There's 4 switchable line and phono RCA inputs, so I can plug in a turntable, and the CD deck, an MP3 player, and rock all of those in conjunction with Traktor. And there's also analog through, so if I wanted to spin an entire set just on vinyl, I could do that.
Okay. 2 mic inputs?
2 microphone inputs, XLR, Neutrik, and TRS.
Okay.
So your wedding DJ could have his own mic, and then he could pass off the other mic to the
wireless
bridesmaid.
mic to the bride. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. What software does it ship with? And can you use this as a DVS controller?
Absolutely. It comes with TRAKTOR SCRATCH Pro.
Okay.
So if you want to plug in a turntable and use that as opposed to the touch strips to kind of give you that circular deck control, you can absolutely do so.
So tell me, who's this for?
Well, the S8 really speaks to a number of different DJs,
Okay.
but we really designed this with the future of DJing in mind. Nowadays, people are producing their own tracks. So by adding remix deck, freeze mode, loop controls, everything right here on the controller, it's really this all-encompassing controller.
Okay.
So whether you're a producer that wants to perform their tracks out live, or a DVS DJ that wants to scratch, or even a wedding DJ that just wants to have something that is a very compact solution, this offers it to you.
So Nick, this thing's loaded to the gills. What's your favorite thing about it?
I gotta say, more than anything, it's just the user experience. It's a really fun controller to play around with. It has everything that I need to do pretty much any style of DJing that I want. So when I first saw this as a cardboard box model, and then turning into what it is now, I was talking to the product designers, and they were telling me, okay, what is your dream controller? And I'm telling you, once they unveiled this thing and showed me what it was going to be, it really nailed every single aspect that I wanted to. And it's the most fun that I've had DJing since vinyl.
All right. Thanks, Nick. This is the TRAKTOR Control S8. Check it out at your local Guitar Center store or guitarcenter.com.